until I did a show with Eric Bischoff in the wake of Terry's passing. And Eric dropped something on me I'd never heard before. And I want to ask if you remember that ever coming up. I guess the real life Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea, was really hoping at some point Vince would have given him equity in the company. And that sort of blew me away because I never really imagined that that would have even been a conversation. I didn't remember hearing that. But hearing that you guys were watching tapes together and he would ask you, hey, what are you doing with so and so? And he's coming up with ideas for other guys. Do you think that was maybe, obviously he wants to ensure as much success as he can, but was that part of the strategy of moving to Connecticut? Like, hey, maybe I can position myself to be a bigger part of this thing beyond just my role on camera. Did he have aspirations like that he shared with you?
You know, it might have been initially the reason that he moved to Connecticut was because he was doing so many things up here, especially in the early stages of the expansion. He and Vince worked together every day. They trained together, they worked together, and they were constantly coming up with new things to do. New York being the media epicenter, it was easier if you got Hulk Hogan right here for him to go do things in New York. So that was the original reason for Hulk moving up here and having a place up here so that he could be close to the machine. And I wouldn't surprise me a bit. And yes, I do believe that Hulk enjoyed being on the other side and wanting to have more control and be a part of. I don't know how serious those discussions ever got with Vince, but I do think that Vince probably saw that as well at some point in that relationship. I know Vince always saw Hulk as his Babe Ruth,
Yeah.
and always wanted Hulk to be here and always wanted Hulk to be a part of the company, and vice versa, to be have the company be Hulk Hogan. So that was yeah, it was a mutual, I think it was a mutual thing. I don't know how much and how serious any of those discussions ever really got.
It's an interesting what if, because had they worked that out where Hulk became, part owner of the WWF, he probably never leaves to go to WCW. The NWO was never really what it became. Like, I don't know that Ted Turner's WCW would have made it as long as it did without Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, look, man, a lot of people can argue a lot of different things, and I will argue and still stand by the um, Hulk leaving WWE was, man, that was a blow.
Yeah.
Um, you can slice it and spin it any way you want to spin it, but that was a blow. And for him to go to WCW, initially it wasn't successful. Initially it was a flop, and it didn't work. And I think the reason that it didn't work was the same reason that it wasn't working in WWE when Hulk left. It was the same presentation. It was the same old, same old. The desire to turn Hulk heel and to have Hulk be the center point of your promotion in a different role and create something new, a new persona, was foreign in a lot of respects, man, because it was, you had the golden goose in Hulk Hogan. You didn't want to lose that. And WCW with Hulk Hogan there, I don't think that he was ever accepted as a WCW guy. They always looked at Hulk as the WWE guy, and they always looked at Hulk as an outsider. My opinion. So when everybody talks about the NWO and the Monday Night Wars and 83 weeks and all that other crap, man, none of that happens without Hulk Hogan turning heel
I agree.
and completely blowing up the red and yellow character that he had worn and made, and by God, ended with that. But you had to blow it up to bring it back. And the stronger the baby face, the stronger the heel, the stronger the heel, the stronger the baby face. So in Hulk's turning, now it was something new. It was like, oh my God, my guy from forever is now, oh my God, what's he doing? So that was intrigue. That was good storytelling. That was a deep character. That it was a character that they took, a rich character that they did not have the ability to build from babyface until they started building Sting in that vein. So they took the character that had been built and turned it upside down and built another layer, another richness to the character of Hulk Hogan with Hollywood Hulk Hogan. And I thought it was brilliant. I thought it worked great, and it gave people, another reason to tune in and see what Hulk Hogan is doing right now. And he's Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Oh my God, I hate this guy. But you hated him and you loved him all at the same time. And that was the beauty of Hulk Hogan. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew, I'm going to be a heel and I'm going to be so damn cool, they're going to start loving me. Eventually they did.
Hey everybody, so by now you've heard me bragging about saving people money at savewithconrad.com for years, but I thought, you know what, don't take my word for it. Let's ask someone who really did save with Conrad. Let's welcome in Tyrus. Tyrus, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good, Conrad. How about yourself?
Man, I'm delighted to talk to you. I got to ask, what made you come to Save with Conrad originally?
Well, first, I'm a return shopper, if you will. I was listening to the podcast years ago now with you and Bruce, and I just figured we were in the mode for a refinance, and I heard you guys save money, so I called you guys, got hooked up with Jimmy way back then, and that's really how the ball started to roll.
So initially you were interested in lowering your monthly payments, or did you want to knock out some credit card debt, or what was your goal the first time you went to savewithconrad.com?
It was mostly just to get the lower rate, but there's a little bit of credit card debt in there too, so we rolled that all up.
And you got a cheaper monthly payment on the other side of that?
Yeah, yep. And with this time that I used, it saved me quite a bit a month. Yeah.
So let's talk about what brought you back to Save with Conrad. First of all, thank you for using us not once, but twice. I appreciate that. But that was your needs back then. When was that? Was that 2020 that you did that before?
Yeah, it was around that, maybe 2019, somewhere around that.
Okay. So now a few years later, your needs have changed. What prompted you to go to savewithconrad.com this time?
Well, we were looking to refinance once again because we bought during the high rate time. And we had, a little bit of credit card debt, and we thought, why not hit that refinance button? And originally, we were thinking, why not just go through the national brand that was servicing our loan? I called one of them over there, and he crunched the numbers, and he said, no can do. Sorry. And then I thought, I'll just stay with Conrad again. And I called, and the delightful Frances answered, and you know her.
Oh, yeah.
And the first thing after I told her what the national brand said, she just said, are they stupid? We can save you money. And she got the ball rolling. I worked with the OG Larry and saving $425 a month.
All right. I love to hear that, man. $425 a month. I love that, dude. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
If you had someone who was on the fence, because I know that there's a lot of people who just know me as the wrestling podcaster, but if you had someone who listens to my pods and they're on the fence about whether or not this is a real service and can he really do this? I mean, what would you say to that?
Absolutely do it. It worked for me multiple times, from Jimmy way back when to Francis and Larry. It just, the whole team, they just had nothing but great things to say. They're easy to work with. They worked well with the inspectors and everything like that. It's just a great experience, and I would recommend it to anybody.
Well, I'm glad that we were able to help save you some money, and I would be delighted if we could help save you and your family some money. Do what Tyrus did. Go right now to savewithconrad.com. You can talk to a live person, get a quick quote, or just drop us an email directly at Conrad at savewithconrad.com. And of course, we can still do it the old school way. Give us a call toll free at 888-425-0105. Thanks for all the time today, Tyrus. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Conrad.
NMLS number 2129, Equal Housing Lender. SaveWithConrad.com.